Total washout. That's the way dozens of neighbors describe their community on the far north side whenever it rains. City crews are now working on a construction project in the Encino Park area to revise drainage in the Sienna Basin. But as the night team's Avery Everett tells us, community members say that this progress is coming after more than 6 years of damage.
And that's every time it rains?
Every time it rains.
It literally looks like Niagara Falls if you didn't know where you were.
Oh, yeah.
A waterfall.
It broke my fence.
Leading into a raging river.
It's like a slip and slide.
But this is no scenic sight to Jan Johnson.
It's unthinkable.
This is her yard in Encino Park. And this is her reality almost every time it rains.
How much water does it take for your backyard to become flooded?
Less than 2 inches.
Wow.
Drainage is a problem for dozens of neighbors in Encino Park because of the Sienna Basin. And it's an issue they've all been dealing with for more than 6 years.
It's just constant water. You can hear it.
The land behind these homes used to be a longhorn ranch, but then construction started for a housing development. Neighbors say as the land was cleared, flooding in the surrounding community started to pick up in 2018.
Has the issue gotten worse?
Oh, 100%, Avery.
After back and forth with the builder of this project, Meritage Homes, and the engineer, Pate Dawson, neighbors got the city involved. Years later, city crews are constructing a solution.
We're about 25% complete with the construction project.
I think people don't understand how complex development is in this city.
This project will cost the city nearly $1 million, and it's expected to be finished later this year. But after years of waiting, neighbors say accountability is long overdue.
Our foundations are being affected. The siding in our houses are being affected.
Projects take time. There's a process.
I don't think that we moved as fast as we could have on that project.
This was a 30-minute rain.
Because this is their reality. Even on a dry day, damage can be seen well across this community.
We're not going to give up.
We reached out to Meritage Homes and Pape Dawson for comment. Meritage Homes told us as of Monday night they're still working on a statement, and we have yet to hear back from Pape Dawson. Now tomorrow on the Night Beat, we'll share the second half of this story and tell you why one Encino Park Street will not see any benefit from this solution. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
I want to show you something here. This looks like, or you're going to see something that looks like a lake. You're about to see it right there, but it's actually where dry land should actually be. It's flooding, and it happens whenever it rains on the far north side in the Encino Park neighborhood. Now, we first told you about drainage problems right here last night. We also told you the city is working on a solution. But as the night team's Avery Everett tells us, one street in that area that has flooding like this isn't going to see relief anytime soon.
I like to point out the sprinkler head. This is how much we've lost of our topsoil on this side.
Wow.
When it rains in Encino Park, problems pour.
It's any heavy rain, it's always doing this.
Neighborhood behind us.
And after years of flooding,
Eroding the backyard.
Bradley Jonitz feels frustrated.
We need a solution to the problem.
Drainage is a problem for dozens of neighbors in this far north side community, and that's because of the Sienna Basin. This land behind their homes used to be a ranch, but then it was cleared to build a housing development. Jonathan says his yard on Encino Cliff started flooding back in 2018.
Our worst problem is on this side now.
Since the start, Jonathan says he's worked with multiple neighbors on Encino Cliff, Encino Crown, and Encino Summit to find a solution. And 6 years later, the city has now started a construction project to fix the flooding.
We're hearing the residents and we're making progress.
For some reason, our street got left off. I don't know why.
The city split Sienna Basin into two projects, north and south. Only the southern basin right now is being worked on. This map shows the project limits, and it shows Encino Cliff cut off from this solution.
The northern basin has been investigated and we have an unfunded project.
But how construction for the northern basin will be funded is still unknown. District 9 says the demand isn't there.
What was your response as to why the northern basin wasn't included in this project?
Never knew all those details. No, I don't think I'd heard a public outcry about funding concerns about that.
A statement Jonathan says has him shocked.
That amazes me, right? We were part of all the same outcry.
It's like a slip and slide.
The rain's been stopped for about 20 minutes or so.
This is my front yard.
Frustration that's turned into an entire neighborhood being fed up.
Yeah, it's horrible. We're not going to give up.
Jonathan says his family met with the District 9 office multiple times. And neighbors who led the original efforts to get a solution confirmed Encino Cliff was always a part of their community plan.
And if it's going to rely on outcry, then we're willing to come back and start crying out again.
As one side gets a solution, the other says it's not giving up. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.